So the Courage Handicap next then, and look at Kempton, still on the all-weather, and it's 1.5 miles, and the top one is Aurora Borealia. Molliet Surfer, Last Tycoon, Kevin Minahan, Miss Coffee, Doug Warren, Synchronised Bocelli, Darren Howells, John Derrick, Derek Hinton, Risky Diocese, Colin Clark, Nice and Easy, Merzad Mystery, Ice House, Rod McClure, Grandad Ray, Jules Hughes, George W. Bush, Jamie Hopkins, and Lovely Girl, Ben Bonici. So you can see from the odds at the side of the horses' names there, it's pretty tight, this one, and anybody's race really. They're all in and away they go. And it's Synchronised Bocelli, one of the first to show, with Miss Coffee, and the Grey Ice House is also pretty close to the lead, but Miss Coffee and Nice and Easy are now the ones that are going to dispute the lead, it would seem, with Ice House cutting across to the rail in 3rd place, and the rest of the field pretty tightly grouped with Lovely Girl just the back marker. So Miss Coffee then, already through the first 2 furlongs, and Miss Coffee's got an uncontested 3 or 4 length lead from Nice and Easy and Ice House, who are disputing second, and then comes Grandad Ray on the wide outside, Aurora Borealia on the inside of that one with Last Tycoon, and then Risky Diocese is next with Synchronised Bocelli, and then John Derrick and George W. Bush, Lovely Girl is just the back marker. So passing the winning post then with a complete circuit to go, and Miss Coffee is clearing the lead. Jockey just having a little look, see where the rest of them are. Ice House is going well in second, Nice and Easy just being pushed along a little bit in third, then Aurora Borealia is after that one with Risky Diocese, and Synchronised Bocelli. Last Tycoon has now dropped to the back of the field, but it's still Miss Coffee in front then. Lead just probably down a little bit now to a little more than 2 lengths from Ice House in second, then Aurora Borealia, and Nice and Easy, Risky Diocese and Synchronised Bocelli moving up on the outside. Lovely Girl is trying to make some progress, but has just been halted in her run there, with the running into the back of Aurora Borealia, but it's still Miss Coffee in front. There's only 5 furlongs or so to travel now, and Miss Coffee still leads by a couple of lengths to Ice House in second, Synchronised Bocelli moving well in third, then Aurora Borealia is 4 and Risky Diocese is 5. After that one comes Nice and Easy. Lovely Girl's now got some clear daylight, but he's going to have to go the long way around. John Derrick's trying to make a bit of ground as well. George W. Bush is the one that's out the back, but it's Miss Coffee in front from Ice House in second. Synchronised Bocelli is third, then Nice and Easy and Aurora Borealia, Risky Diocese and John Derrick, and then Lovely Girl, who's still running a patient race on the outside. Last Tycoon's looking for a run through. Grandad Ray and George W. Bush look out of it. 2.5 furlongs to race then, and Miss Coffee's back 3 lengths in front again from Synchronised Bocelli and John Derrick. Ice House, John Derrick's the one that looks like being a big challenger on the outside, but Miss Coffee with 1.5 furlongs to go, she's beginning to tire, and now John Derrick comes to swoop on the outside. Horse doesn't look that keen on going by though, and it's still Miss Coffee in front. Miss Coffee at the furlong pole from John Derrick in second, then Risky Diocese and Aurora Borealia, but Miss Coffee's sticking her neck out. John Derrick's finally trying to wear her down, but it's still Miss Coffee. John Derrick now swoops into the lead up towards the line. John Derrick takes it from a fast finishing Risky Diocese. Miss Coffee unlucky in third. Aurora Borealia was fourth. Last Tycoon went on to be fifth, and John Derrick takes it for Derek Hinton. Risky Diocese second, Miss Coffee unlucky in third, Aurora Borealia was fourth, and Ice House was fifth. So Rod McCure, Electric Grey, Graham Clutterbuck, Yvonne Elliman, Martin Leedham, Pop the Kettle On, Tom Porrin, Hawk the Slayer, Obi-Wan, Spark Park, Carl Arroganti, Calypso Sensation, Molliet Surfer, Running Bear, Kevin Minahan, Global Vitachi, Doug Warren, Mutanaka King, Darren Howells, The Ox, Colin Clark, River Namesake, Ben Bonici, Mickey the Mouse, Jules Hughes, Swedish Poetry, Merzad Mystery, Hooded Claw, Stu Gray, Royal Celebration, E. Farah, Barmy Army, Jamie Hopkins, Clihonga, Jay Follis and Landerman, Alex Cherry. So 20 of them this time. The stalls barely fit on the track, I don't think, and away they go then. And the one really out wide is Mickey the Mouse, is going to struggle from that position as they sort of straight into a turn then, and Pop the Kettle On has popped into the lead. So Pop the Kettle On then from Global Vitachi, the Grey River Namesake is up there as well, so too is Mutanaka King and Landerman. After that one, Breathe the Beast and Ubasonic, then Spark Park, Calypso Sensations caught a bit wide, so's Electric Grey, and poor old Mickey the Mouse is right out the back. So it's Global Vitachi then who's gone to the front now with a lead of about 1.5 lengths to Pop the Kettle On second, then Breed the Beast and River Namesake, then Mutanaka King and Landerman, Spark Park and Calypso Sensation, Ubasonic and Electric Grey, then Yvonne Ellerman leads the next group, but it's Global Atachi that's still the leader of the main group in front, with Pop the Kettle On about a length back in second. Breathe the Beast looks to be going well in third. Mutanaka King needs a split on the rail in fourth. Then comes River Namesake, Landerman, Spark Park and Ubasonic. Then Electric Grey is next with Calypso Sensation and Yvonne Element now coming wide, but it's Global Atachi that's still in the lead. Mutanaka King has got a split now and it's going out to challenge in second. Spark Park's widest of all there of that leading group in third. The Greys River Namesake, but they ran down towards the 2 furlong pole now, and it's still Global Atachi from Mutanaka King, Breathe the Beast, Electric Grey, Landerman, Spark Park and River Namesake, but Global Atachi's not stopping. Mutanaka King chasing, and now Mutanaka King sweeps on the outside. Mutanaka King's in the lead past the furlong pole. Mutanaka King being chased by Ubasonic and Spark Park, but this is Mutanaka King in the lead with Pop the Kettle On trying to rally up towards the line. Mutanaka King, can he hold on? Pop the Kettle On's coming on the outside, but it's still Mutanaka King, and Mutanaka King takes it. And Darren Howes has finally had a winner called home by me. You can stop sticking pins in that dummy up in there, Darren, because I've actually called a winner for you. Your jockey did his best to lose it there, whipping the horse after the post as well. The Mutanaka King takes it for Darren Howes. And we'll take a look at the full card when it comes up. Mutanaka King takes it for Darren Howes. Pop the Kettle On second. The Ox was third. Hawk the Slayer was fourth. And Swedish Poetry was fifth.
Okay, race 4, the World Series Hurdle. It's grade 1, 3 miles. And a big field we have here, and some good horses. So number 1 is Casement Park, number 2 Next Edition, 3 Shylock, 4 Galileo, 5 Montira C, 6 Trumpton, 7 Sympathy for the Devil, 8 Proof Needed, 9 The Game, 10 is Cool Welcome, Black Dog is 11, Guess Who is 12, Kimiko the Grey is 13, Mr. 14, 15 is Twister Thunderstorm, and 16 Normandy Invasion. So we've got 3 miles. Good ground, and probably the money race of the week. And they're away. I was waiting for them to settle down as they come to the first. And everybody was over that quite well, then Cool Welcome was a little bit slow at the rear. So it's Montira C in the pink, and against the fence is Next Edition. Next Edition wants to take them along. So it's Next Edition from Montira C. These are 3 to 4 lengths ahead of a wall of horses, which include the Game, Shylock, Galileo, the Grey, Kimiko the Grey, Shylock, Normandy Invasion, Trumpton, Casement Park's one on the fence here in the blue with the white cap. Then we've got probably a length back to Guess Who, Black Dog, Twister Thunderstorm, Cool Welcome as they approach the second, and just Mr. and Sympathy for the Devil are bringing up the rear. So with 2 of the 12 done, it's still Next Edition and Montira C that want to take it along. They're 4 to 5 lengths clear of Galileo, Kimiko the Grey, Trumpton, Casement Park, Shylock. On the outside is the Game, on the inside is Casement Park as they take the third. Everybody's over that, although the one that took a little bit of a dive here was Guess Who on the far outside in the orange with the red cap. But it's still Next Edition from Montira C. They're 3 to 4 lengths ahead of the Game in green, Trumpton in the red, Kimiko the Grey, and we've got Galileo and Casement Park who's still holding the fence quite comfortably. So the 2 that are leading is still Next Edition. Next Edition as they approach the 4th. I'm going to skip over this little hurdle here. Better jump there by Montira C. We're through 4, it's Next Edition from Montira C. They're still 4 to 5 lengths ahead of the chasing pack. At the rear we've just got Shylock, Mr. and Proof Needed as they take this bend and approach the 5th. Reasonable pace here for a 3 miler. As they take the 5th, and everybody skips over that quite well. There's a little bit of a poor jump there just to the rear by Twister Thunderstorm. So it's still Next Edition. As you can see the stands in the distance. There's quite a big course here, punches down. The wind seems to have died down from the last race, a little bit gusty. But it's next edition from StartersOrders6, Kimiko the Grey. Guess Who on the far outside in the orange. Then we've got The Game, Normandy Invasion, Casement Park Against the Fence. Out wider still is Sympathy for the Devil. They all took that quite well, other than Guess Who stumbled a little and has lost a couple of lengths. But it's still next edition. Now being followed by Kimiko the Grey, probably only a length in it. StartersOrders6 is starting to just drop back a little bit, finding the pace a little bit too fast to stay with the leader. Having a rest, as they say. Anyway, as they approach the 7th, it's next edition that's going to lead them over this one. And they all skip over that quite nicely. Just at the rear, we've got Proof Needed up against the fence. There's quite a few horses been running wide here, Sympathy for the Devil being one of them, along with Guess Who. But it's still next edition from the Grey, Kimiko the Grey in second. And we've got The Game against the fence now. And we've got StartersOrders6 in the pink. The outside of StartersOrders6 is Normandy Invasion. And we've got Shylock and Galileo. Still out wide is Sympathy for the Devil. Guess Who, Black Dog. Casement Park got himself caught without any room there, as they all take that one. The one that gave it a little bit too much air was Black Dog. But there's still not much in it now, with a mile left to run, 4 left to jump. And it's still next edition, hoping to take this from pillar to post, from Kimiko the Grey. Then we've got a length back to Galileo on the inside, moving quite comfortably. On the outside, Sympathy for the Devil. Ones in between those are StartersOrders6, Normandy Invasion. And they all skip over that quite nicely. A good jump at the back there by Twister Thunderstorm. So it's next edition. Kimiko the Grey pulls alongside. Then we've got out wide Sympathy for the Devil. Galileo on the fence, who now just moves out just for a little bit of room to start probably his run. We're inside the 6 furlongs. Still got 2 left to jump. So it's next edition. Galileo, Kimiko the Grey, Sympathy for the Devil has now come across and is probably alongside and going to follow in with Galileo. So 5 lengths. They take the 10th. They all take that quite nicely. Unfortunately, Twister Thunderstorm again looks like being pulled up. Could have taken a little injury there. But it's Galileo that takes them on as they approach the 11th. Galileo from Sympathy for the Devil. Black Dogs come from nowhere. Next edition's finding it a little bit hard now and being scrubbed along. The one coming out of the pack is Shylock. Casement Park finds some room and sees the gap. But it's Galileo that takes them on. Galileo from Sympathy for the Devil. The sharp left right-hand turn leads them into the 11th. It's Galileo, Sympathy for the Devil, Casement Park, Shylock. I'd say it's between these 4 unless something sprouts wings, but it's Sympathy for the Devil that takes them on as they approach the last 2 furlongs left to go. It's Sympathy from the Devil from Galileo, Casement Park, Shylock. It's between these big jumps from Sympathy for the Devil and Galileo, but Sympathy for the Devil takes it on. A furlong left to run. Galileo really being scrubbed along to try and catch back up, but it's Sympathy for the Devil. I think it's got there's a length advantage. Half a furlong left to run. Sympathy for the Devil from Galileo. Casement Park and Shylock are certainly going to get in the prize money with 3rd and 4th, but it's Sympathy for the Devil, Galileo, Casement Park, Shylock. 5th, there's a wall of horses at the end there, but the one that rode really well, Sympathy for the Devil for Joshua Sutherland. Galileo was 2nd for John's Jumpers, 3rd Casement Park, Paul Rhodes, 4th Shylock, Leon van Rensburg, and the last one that got the money was Normandy Invasion for Moylet Surfer. Okay, now we've got the Punchestown Champion Hurdle, Grade 1, 2 miles. Number 1 is Higher Ground, Martin Leadham. 2, Kingdom of Titans, Joshua Sutherland. 3, Rain God, Paul Rhodes. 4, Nature's Titan, Motley Surfer. 5, Sweet Class, David Robertson. 6, Punjabi, John's Jumpers. 7, Montara Lafan, Derek Hinton. 8, Magic Money, James Shea. 9, Cliffhanger, Leon van Rensburg. And bringing up the number 10 is The Girl Next Door for Graham Clutterbuck. Some good horses in this race, 2 miles. Another big money race. You have to be looking at Paul Rhodes and Leon van Rensburg, I should imagine, for this, and Joshua. But it's Punjabi that leads them into the 1st. And they all take that quite comfortably. The one that just didn't get over it that well was The Girl Next Door. But it's Punjabi that leads by 4 to 5 from Cliffhanger out wide in the blue. Inside of him is Sweet Class. Inside of there is Magic Money. We've got Higher Ground in the purple, Kingdom of Titans up against towards the fence. Then we've got the Girl Next Door, Nature's Titan in the yellow, Rain God and Matira Laughin for Derek Hinton just to the rear. And they all skip over the second. Very unusual for a Derek Hinton horse to be at the back. So it's Punjabi that leads them round. Comfortably 2 to 3 lengths clear of Cliffhanger. Then we've got Sweet Class, and then Kingdom of Titans. A bit Indian file here already. Punjabi's certainly taken it a little bit out of the field more. Takes that one quite comfortably. They all skip over that nicely. One making a little bit of ground just at the rear there was Magic Money. So it's still Punjabi. 4 or 5 lengths ahead of Cliffhanger, Sweet Class and Kingdom of Titans. They're the 4 in a long line. Then we've got Higher Ground, Nature's Titan against the fence, just on the outside, and the pink is Matira Laughin. Then we've got the Girl Next Door, Magic Money, and Rain God on the fences just in the rear. So we've probably got 9 lengths between first to last, and they all skip over that. The one that didn't take it particularly well was Higher Ground. Well, we're halfway through the jumping, we've got a mile left to run. It's still Punjabi. 2 to 3 lengths ahead of Sweet Class on the outside of Cliffhanger alongside the fence. Then we've got 2 lengths back to Kingdom of Titans. They all skip over the 5th as well quite comfortably. Punjabi has a little look round. I think he wants to try and lead from pillar to post here. But Sweet Class and Cliffhanger have closed the gap. And Kingdom of Titans in 4th. Then we've got Girl Next Door and Matira Laughin. But it's still Punjabi that leads by a length. Punjabi from Sweet Class, Cliffhanger, Kingdom of Titans, 5 furlongs left to run. They jump the 6. Everybody skips over that. A little bit of air given it by Kingdom of Titans there has made them probably lose a length or 2. But Punjabi's certainly getting into the race now and wants to take it on as they approach the 7th. But it's Punjabi from Sweet Class and Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger looks the danger and is having a comfortable ride. The one coming out from nowhere is Matira Laughin here for Derek Hinton. Then we've got the Girl Next Door for Graham Clutterbuck. On the inside is Kingdom of Titans for Joshua Sutherland. But it's Punjabi that leads them into the 7th. The one that had a bad jump there was Sweet Class and has really probably shot its lot, but it's Punjabi. 2 furlongs left to run. The one coming out of the pack is the Girl Next Door. The Girl Next Door is making up some really good ground on Punjabi here. Kingdom of Titans in 3rd. 4th is Cliffhanger. It's between these, but it's the Girl Next Door with a furlong left to run. The Girl Next Door, Punjabi, Kingdom of Titans, Cliffhanger. These 4, it's between these 4. It's Punjabi that still takes it on. Half a furlong left to run. Punjabi, Kingdom of Titans trying to make up the ground, but it's Punjabi, Kingdom of Titans, Punjabi. Punjabi takes it from Kingdom of Titans. I think Cliffhanger was 3rd. Close finish there. So we wait to see the replay. Punjabi takes it. He was actually taking it just on the bridle there. Obviously thought Kingdom of Titans couldn't possibly catch him. Cliffhanger for Leon was obviously 3rd. Group 1 goes to John's Jumpers. Mr. Morgan, you're probably back from your holiday. Well, you should be by now. You seem to have been away for weeks. It's Punjabi that takes the grey 1 for John. 2 is Kingdom of Titans, Joshua Sutherland. 3, Cliffhanger, Leon van Rensburg. 4, Sweet Class, David Robertson. And number 5, the Girl Next Door, Graham Clutterbuck. Race 18. I think it's got a great name. Mick the Tent Novice Handicap Chase over 2 miles and 5 furlongs. So number 1 is Grey Matter, 2 Case Closed Legacy, 3 Sapphire of the Sea, 4 We're All Doomed, 5 3 out of 5, 6 Wind Power, 7 Rhubarb, 8 Total Mighty, 9 Climb Quickly, 10 is Woods of Windsor, Moedith Morteth is 11, Laura Rope, 12, High Smile 13, Shine Kylogs 14 and Tribago 15. And they're away. So there's a few as they come straight into this first. And they're all over that quite nicely, although We're All Doomed just took it a little bit clumsily. Race 18. I think it's got a great name, Mick the Tent Novice Handicap Chase over 2 miles and 5 furlongs. So number 1 is Grey Matter, 2 Case Closed Legacy, 3 Sapphire of the Sea, 4 We're All Doomed, 5 3 out of 5, 6 Wind Power, 7 Rhubarb, 8 Total Mighty, 9 Climb Quickly, 10 is Woods of Windsor, Mordeath Mortheth is 11, Laura Rope 12, High Smile 13, Shine Kylogs 14 and Tribago 15. And they're away. So there's a few as they come straight into this first. And they're all over that quite nicely, although We're All Doomed just took it a little bit clumsily and is just bringing up the rear. So leading out now, it's the Grey Wind Power. On the inside of that is 3 out of 5s. Slightly further in the centre of the track is Shine Kylogs in 3rd, as they all take the 2nd. And we've lost one there. Laura Rope's gone. A poor faller there. Bad luck, Martin. But back to the race. It's Wind Power that leads. Wind Power from 3 out of 5. Shine Kylogs is 3rd, as they take the 3rd. And they're all over that comfortably this time. Then we've got Case Closed Legacy in the green hoops in 4th. And then on the fence in the blue is Tribago. Outside of Tribago is Sapphire of the Sea. And further outside is Rhubarb of that chasing 3. Or one that took a stump into that was 3 out of 5. And then further back we got Grey Matter the Grey, Woods of Windsor, Climb Quickly, Total Mighty, High Smile, were all doomed on the fence with no room, and Morpeth bringing up the rear. So they go up that slight hill there, go past the winning post and the stands. Not many people here, bit of a shutout I think. In fact there was nobody here as they approach the 5th, and they all take that quite comfortably. So it's still Wind Power that leads. Wind Power from Shine Kylogs in 2nd, 3 out of 5 against the fence is 3rd, 4th is Case Close Legacy. Then 5th and 6th is Sapphire of the Sea and Rhubarb as they take the big ditch there. One of the back again, we're all doomed, took it very slowly, gave it a lot of air, but it's still Wind Power, Shine Kylogs, Case Close Legacy, 3 out of 5. It's these 4 that are leading a couple of lengths ahead of Sapphire of the Sea, who's a length ahead of Rhubarb, who's a further length of Grey Matter, Tribago, Total Mighty, Woods of Windsor on the outside. Then we've got Mordor and Morpeth, Climb Quickly, High Smile, and we're all doomed. Oh, a couple to, and we've lost one there. High Smile's gone. There's some bad jumps there. Woods of Windsor was pretty poor, and again we're all doomed, didn't take it particularly well. But up front, slight change now. Case Close Legacy takes it on from inside of Shine Kylogs. Then we've got the Grey Wind Power right alongside with 3 out of 5. A length back to Sapphire of the Sea on the fence. Another further length to Rhubarb as they take the 8th. It's a plain one. Oh, and again, oh, we lost. We're all doomed's gone. We're all doomed, and he was doomed, and he's gone. But Shine Kylogs leads. 3 out of 5 second. Case Close Legacy and Wind Power. These 4 all in a line. Then we've got 2 to 3 lengths back to Sapphire of the Sea and Rhubarb. Another plain one. Another couple of bad jumps there by Rhubarb and Mordor Morpeth. Shine Kylogs has dropped back a little bit, and the 3 that's still leading are Case Close Legacy, 3 out of 5, and Wind Power. They take the ditch. This time they're all over it comfortably. Wind Power gave it a little bit of air and probably loses a length, but it's Case Close Legacy and 3 out of 5 that take them on. We've only got 6 furlongs left to go, 4 left to jump, and 3 out of 5 now starts to make a move. They approach the 11th, they're all over that comfortably. Another poor jump there by Total Mighty towards the rear, but it's 3 out of 5 and Wind Power, these 2 leading. And then we've got a length back to Case Close Legacy. The grey on the far outside is Grey Matter making up some ground. Behind Grey Matter is Sapphire of the Sea, and they all take that comfortably as well, but it's Grey Matter. On the inside of that is Wind Power. These 2 greys, Grey Matter with only 3.5 furlongs left to run, 2 left to jump as they're going to come into the straight. It's Grey Matter, takes the 13th well. There's a poor jump just to the back there by Total Mighty again, but it's Grey Matter that's got this. 2 furlongs to go. 2 left, 1 left to jump. Wind Power not going anywhere. Sapphire of the Sea's trying to make up ground, so is Case Close Legacy, but as long as he gets over this, Grey Matter does. Well, that was a bit of a slow jump, and Sapphire of the Sea and Wind Power are making up the ground. It's Sapphire of the Sea that's going to take over here. Sapphire of the Sea, we're into the final half of furlong. Sapphire of the Sea and Case Close Legacy. The 2 greys are out of it. It's Sapphire of the Sea, Case Close Legacy. Sapphire of the Sea is going to take this from Case Close Legacy in 2nd. 3rd was Grey Matter. 4 I think was Wind Power. And the 2 greys there who almost led, and it is Sapphire of the Sea for D. Thompson, Case Close Legacy 2nd, Paul Rhodes, 3 Grey Matter, David Robertson, 4 Wind Power, Leon van Rensburg, and 5th was Total Mighty, Cara Argenti. Okay, race 19, day 2 of the Punchestown Festival. This is a 2-mile champion hurdle for 4-year-olds. Number 1 is Dog in a Butcher's Shop, Paul Rhodes. 2 Man of War, Joshua Sutherland. 3 Nature's Fortune, Moylet Surfer. 4 Preconcerto, Martin Leland. 5 Zuata, D. Thompson. Phillipstown, Darren Howes. And Spelunker for S. Gray is number 7. And they're away. These 4-year-olds. So skip over the first. One was a little bit slow there, was Dog in a Butcher's Shop and Nature's Fortune. Nobody really wanted to take this along, but it's Spelunker and the Fence in the grey. Going to take him into the 2nd. Then we've got Dog in a Butcher's Shop taking hold. The outside of Dog in a Butcher's Shop is Man of War. Inside is Nature's Fortune. And the yellow is, oh sorry, Nature's Fortune in the yellow. And the inside of that is Zuata. skip over the second. Phillipstown is just at the rear. So it's Spelunker that takes them along. We're over 2 as we start going off out into the country now. It's Spelunker, 3 to 4 lengths ahead of Zuata. The outside of Zuata is Nature's Fortune. The outside of that is Dog in the Butcher Shop. And the outside of that is Man of War. And Spelunker takes them over the third. And all over that comfortably. Phillipstown just needs to be scrubbed along a little bit detached. And it's Spelunker that leads them from Zuata. Dog in the Butcher Shop in the green and white hoops on the outside of Nature's Fortune. Preconcerto is a little bit blocked in the purple along the fence. And we've got Man of War and Phillipstown. So as they come down to the fourth, it's still Spelunker. Spelunker skips over the fourth quite nicely. And all over that, well, it was a little bit sloppy at the back, was Man of War. And Phillipstown has got his nose in front of that one now. So it's still Spelunker as they come to the fifth. Spelunker leads from Zuata. Dog in a Butcher Shop, Nature's Fortune, Preconcerto. Phillipstown and Man of War. So we're inside 7 furlongs now. It's still Spelunker that leads them. He's 3 to 4 lengths clear of both Zuata and Preconcerto. Then we've got Dog in a Butcher Shop and Nature's Fortune. Phillipstown and Man of War. So it's still Spelunker. The lead being shortened now by Preconcerto. Zuata on the fence. Dog in a Butcher Shop making a big run, and a big bold run it does. But Spelunker starts rallying itself and gets scrubbed along to try and keep the lead from both Preconcerto and Dog in a Butcher Shop. Zuata, Nature's Fortune and Phillipstown. Man of War doesn't seem to be in this race at all, but it's still Spelunker with 3.5 furlongs left to run, 2 to jump. Spelunker from Preconcerto. Nature's Fortune making ground on the outside. Dog in a Butcher Shop. It's still Spelunker that leads. A poor jump there by Zuata puts him down into last. But it's Spelunker with 2 furlongs left to run, 1 left to jump. Here comes Nature's Fortune, Dog in a Butcher Shop, Preconcerto. They're wheeling in Spelunker now as they approach the last, and they're all over it. Spelunker has the best jump. We've got a furlong left to run. It's Spelunker. Preconcerto now takes the lead. Nature's Fortune, Dog in a Butcher Shop doesn't seem to be going anywhere. The one on the far outside is Man of War, but it's Preconcerto. Spelunker, Man of War, Dog in a Butcher Shop. It's easy. Preconcerto wins it. Martin Leadham, a great win there for you. A grade 1. I think you're first. Well done. So it is Preconcerto. Martin Leadham wins his first grade 1, I think, over the hunt. Second was Man of War, Joshua Sutherland. Third was Dog in a Butcher Shop, Paul Rhodes. Fourth was Nature's Fortune, Moylet Surfer. And fifth was Spelunker S. Gray. So okay, the last race of day 2 at the Punchestown Festival. So wait for the card to come up. It's a Santanta handicap hurdle. And it's quite a big field. I think probably anybody's race. And we're still waiting. Here it comes. So it's 2 miles 4 furlongs, 0 to 140. Number 1 is Storm Clouds Gather, 2 In the State of Change, 3 Shoestring, 4 Cryptic, 5 Kamikaze Fury, 6 Udi and Dolly, 7 Big Game, 8 Assar, 9 Boring First Half, 10 Blame Game, 11 Ionosphere, 12 Overton, Prostar Fennis 13, Orang Wu-Tang 14, Man King 15, Miss Manila 16, Uncle Ant 17, Bosbury 18, and number 19 is Sue Foley. So 19 runners, 2 miles 4 furlongs, and they're away. It's fairly even. Everybody's going to start settling down. Big Game wants to take it up as they skip over the first hurdle. One was a little bit slack there was Man King right at the rear in the orange on the fence, but it's Big Game that takes them along. From out wide, Uncle Ant, and probably they're 2 to 3 lengths ahead of the rest. We've got Shoestring in third, Woody and Dolly in the pink, Boring First Half, Sue Foley, Ionosphere, Overton, Cryptic. They're in a heap here. Kamikaze Fury, Bosbury, Assar. And we'll skip over the second. Just again, Man King at the rear. Didn't to particularly take it well, but it's big game. Now leading 3 to 4 lengths from Uncle Ant, who's come right over to the fence. Then we've got Storm Clouds Gather, Sue Foley, boring first half, he's out wide in the green. Out further, wider to that is Assar, as they jump the third. A poor jump there by Uncle Ant. That's demoted him down the field a little bit, but it's still big game. 3 to 4 lengths ahead of the rest. Just at the rear is ProStar Fennis and Miss Manila. ProStar Fennis is really wide as they come down to the fourth, and it's still big game that's leading them. From Cryptic, Uncle Ant, Ionosphere, Sue Foley and Storm Clouds Gather. Then we've got Overton, Orang Wu-Tang, Kamikaze Fury, boring first half. They all take that. Blame Gang, Bosbury, ProStar Fennis out wider still, in a state of change, is just on the inside of him. Then we've got Miss Manila, and we've got Shoestring for Paul Rose right up against the fence in last place. So we're through two-thirds of the or a third of the race. So as they approach to the sixth now, it's still big game that leads, and they all skip over that quite nicely. One at the back there, Udi and Dolly, was a little bit slow. Big game just takes a pull there, allows Uncle Ant to get within a couple of lengths. Then we've got Sue Foley, Orang Wu-Tang in with the yellow sleeves on the outside of Ionosphere. Then we've got Overton, Storm Clouds Gather and Cryptic. Bosbury's in there still, along the fence. There's quite a close pack here. I mean, there's not much between. There's probably 8 lengths between first and last, with the majority of them being between probably 2 and 6 lengths. But it's still big game. We've got a mile left to travel. Big game. On the outside is boring first half. On the inside against the fence in the yellow is Uncle Ant. Then we've got Sue Foley, Man King, Bosbury, Orang Wu-Tang, Overton, Cryptic, Kamikaze Fury. We'll get over that quite nicely again. That's Miss Manila and Udi and Dolly at the rear. Probably just a length or 2 lengths from the main pack. But big game. His lead shortened slightly now by both boring first half, Uncle Ant, Sue Foley, Ionosphere. There's a gap back to Bosbury, Assar, Orang Wu-Tang, a couple going wide here. Man King, ProStar Fennis been wide all the way. The one that's trying to make up a little bit of ground, Shoestring on the inside, but he's going to have nowhere to go unless he can find a space. And they're all over that. But there's 3 at the front now. It's Cryptic, Big Game, Overton, a length back to Sue Foley, Ionosphere. We're inside the 4 furlongs now. And it's still Cryptic, Big Game, Overton. They're going to lead them into the 9th with 2 left to jump. The one on the far outside making up ground with the yellow sleeves is Orang Wu-Tang. Overton starts to make a break as we get into the business end of the race with 3 furlongs left to run. Slightly downhill, they take the 9th. They're all over that comfortably. The one totally detached now is Miss Manila at the rear, but it's Overton that leads. Ionosphere in second. Then we've got Cryptic, Big Grain. Nothing really making any other ground. We've got a furlong and a half left to run as they take the last. Overton gets the better jump from Ionosphere. It's Overton, Ionosphere, Cryptic in third, 4th Assar trying to make some ground, but Ionosphere then takes it up. We're probably into the last half furlong. It's going to be Ionosphere who's going to take this. Cryptic trying to make up some ground, but it's not going to catch him. It's Ionosphere that's going to take this from Cryptic. Assar looks to be in third. Kamikaze Fury, Orang Wu-Tang and Shoestring will fight out the minor places. I think that's a win for Leon van Rensburg. Started the day with a win, finishes the day with a win. So first was Ionosphere, Leon van Rensburg. Second, Cryptic, David Robertson. Third, Assar, James Shea. 4th, Shoestring, Paul Rhodes. And 5, Kamikaze Fury, S. Gray.
And breeders' Cup time. It's the juvenile turf. 1 mile, top one, 4 Mile Wood, David Robertson, Pump-It, Leon, Van Rensburg, Farringdon, James Shea, Ice Cold Soul, Molliet Surfer, Gorse Covert, Martin Keynes, Required Force, Joshua Sutherland, English Poetry, Mayor's Ad Mystery, Faith in the Cork, D. Thompson, If Top, Jules Hughes. They're in the gate. And they're off. And away first time. Pamphlet's the first one to show from English Poetry and NF Top. Required Force from Farringdon and Faith in the Cork. Back marker at the early stages is Gorse Covert as they make their way past the stand and down towards the clubhouse turn. And English Poetry is the leader by about 5 lengths from Pamphlet in second, and then Required Force from Faith in the Cork with 4 Mile Wood and Ice Cold Soul after that, with Gorse Covert if top, and Farringdon trails the tails at these early stages. English Poetry showing the way by 5 to Faith in the Cork, then Required Force and Pamphlet, Ice Cold Soul and Gorse Covert, then 4 Mile Wood if top, and Farringdon is the back marker. English Poetry trolls the way then, and he's about 4 lengths clear of Faith in the Cork, Pamphlet and Required Force, Ice Cold Soul if top, and Gorse Covert. Then we got 4 Mile Wood and Farringdon, but it's English Poetry still the leader as they come past the 3 stick, and English Poetry from Pamphlet and then Faith in the Cork, and Ice Cold Soul with if top making some ground. Required Force and Gorse Covert. Farringdon still trails the tails past the quarter pole. Faith in the Cork takes it up now. Faith in the Cork's in the lead from English Poetry and Pamphlet, then Ice Cold Soul and Gorse Covert making some ground. Faith in the Cork past the furlong pole. Faith in the Cork's clear up to the line. Faith in the Cork takes it from Pamphlet in second, and Ice Cold Soul, 4 Mile Wood, Gorse Covert and Farringdon. Okay, back to sensibility now then with the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. This is another Group 1. And the top one is Gone Grand, Jules Hughes, Siren, Obi-Wan, Blue Piggy, David Robertson, Break, Farringdon, James Shea, Guinness, Martin Keynes, Robin Goodfellow, Graham Clutterbuck, all fired up, Leon Van Rensburg, Lamborghini, Paul Rhodes, Quick King, Darren Howells, Ubba Ragnarsson, Joshua Sutherland, Alka Seltzer, Jamie Hopkins, Marine, Darren Thompson, and Mawson Broke the Gate, Derek Hinton. So third in the event on the dirt. Pretty short run to the first turn, and we have a bit of a problem for two of those caught wide, and they're all in and away they go. And it's a fairly level sort of break with Siren just probably the slowest to shown on the inside. Ubba Ragnarsson, who's running in the same colours as Lamborghini, but it's Guinness that's come to the front. So Guinness then up into the lead as he takes that turn and moves quickly over to the rail. Didn't lose too much ground. Doesn't look like anybody got caught too wide. Probably Alka Seltzer was probably just the worst sufferer, or maybe Robin Goodfellow. But Guinness is clear by about 4 to Lamborghini in second. Then comes Blue Piggy and Marine. Break, Farringdon's after that one, and Ubba Ragnarsson's after that. Then Siren and Robin Goodfellow with Quick King. He's also mid-division. That's the first of the greys. Mawson Broke the Gate is the second grey. Alka Seltzer and Gone Grand are the back 2. But they're already into the final 5 furlongs there. Then Guinness is the leader from Marine in second. Break, Farringdon's third, and Blue Piggy's 4. Ubba Ragnarsson is after that one. In Siren, Lamborghini trying to make a move on the inside. Next to that one is Robin Goodfellow and Quick King, all fired up. Also trying to come with a bit of run. The 2 at the back are Alka Seltzer and Gone Grand. They're swinging left-handed again now then with just over 3 furlongs to go, and Guinness has been caught. And on the outside, Blue Piggy is going particularly well. Marine and Ubba Ragnarsson between the 2, then Siren and Mawson Broke the Gate making some ground. Lamborghini's got a dream run up the inside. It's still Guinness in front. Guinness now being pressed by Ubba Ragnarsson. Then comes Marine and Lamborghini. Blue Piggy's dropped away. Then comes Siren and Break, Farringdon. Robin Goodfellow still widest of all, but Guinness has still got the lead into the final furlong and a half, and Guinness is still in front from Ubba Ragnarsson. Marine is next. Lamborghini's going to need a little bit of luck from there, but it's still Guinness trying to make it put at post. Guinness is in front. Ubba Ragnarsson tries for one more chance, but Guinness is holding him and up towards the line into the final half furlong. It's now a lunge for the line for Lamborghini, and Lamborghini's got up in the shadow of the post, and Lamborghini's going to take it. Lamborghini from Marine and then the unlucky Guinness Siren was after that one, and Break Farringdon was next. And Lamborghini got out just in time to deprive Guinness. As a steward's inquiry, I'm not surprised, because they must have got pretty tight, and Lamborghini had to bully his way out just a little bit. Let's see what's going to happen. And Lamborghini has kept the race. So Lamborghini is the winner for Paul Rhodes. Marine was second, Guinness unlucky in third, Siren fourth, and Break Farringdon was fifth. So the Breeders' Cup Distaff next then. This is the Fillies Mares race, of course, and mile and a furlong. Group 1 again, and the top one is East Coast Blues, Jules Hughes. Second Reflection, Joshua Sutherland. Go to Sleep, Jamie Hopkins. Mr. Clark, Derek Hinton. Starmaker, David Robertson. Blue Melon, Darren Thompson. Elizabeth Browning, Paul Rhodes. Lavender Birch, Martin Cairns. Let 'em Spin, James Shea. Mescaline Stardust, Mollyhead Surfer. And Faze Makunji, Ben Benici. So 11 of them then this time. So just that little bit further down the track. They're all in, and away they go. And on the near side, it's figure out which name. Faze Makunji, I think, is the one that's a little bit slow to go, but it's Elizabeth Browning that's taken it up. And once again, we've got the Joshua Sutherland and Paul Rhodes colour clash, and one of them Second Reflection, one of them's Elizabeth Browning. Back in third is Lavender Birch, then Mescaline Stardust and Blue Melon. East Coast Blues is after that one, and then Starmaker will Let 'em Spin, not too far behind that one either, but it's coming round this turn then now, and Mescaline Stardust has come to take it up. So Mescaline Stardust then just being pushed into the lead from Second Reflection in second. Elizabeth Browning's got the rail. Lavender Birch is hard held in fourth, then Blue Melon and Mr. Clark go to sleeps after that one, then East Coast Blues. Faze Makunji's made a little bit of ground, but he's going the long way round. Starmaker and Let 'em Spin are just the back two. So they approach the 5 furlong pole then now, and Mescaline Stardust is clear by a couple of lengths to Lavender Birch, who's going well in second. Elizabeth Browning's still got the inside in third. Then Blue Melon and Second Reflection. East Coast Blues is now going wide, and so too is Let 'em Spin. But Mescaline Stardust is in front now, being pressed by Elizabeth Browning, who's come off the fence. That's going to come through the challenge. In third now is Let 'em Spin, then Lavender Birch is fourth, Second Reflections after that one, then Blue Melon and East Coast Blues. They're swinging now round this turn again with 3 furlongs still to race, and Mescaline Stardust is the leader from Elizabeth Browning in second, then Lavender Birch and Let 'em Spin, Second Reflection after that one, and then Starmaker, but Mescaline Stardust is still in front. Elizabeth Browning trying to challenge. Lavender Birch is next. They're into the final furlong and a half now, and it's still Mescaline Stardust with Elizabeth Browning trying to wear her down, but Mescaline Stardust holding on. Now comes Elizabeth Browning and Lavender Birch and Let 'em Spin, but Elizabeth Browning takes it up in the final half furlong, and it's going to be Elizabeth Browning with Lavender Birch and Let 'em Spin on the outside. But this looks like it's going to be a quick fire double for Paul Rhodes, as Elizabeth Browning races to the line and takes the distaff. Lavender Birch and Let 'em Spin close for second, with Starmaker and Blue Melon not far behind them. Elizabeth Browning takes it for Paul Rhodes. Lavender Birch is second. Let 'em Spin was third. Starmaker was fourth. And Second Reflection was fifth. So, Juvenile Fillies next up then, in these Breeders' Cup races, a small field this time, and they've got to travel a mile. So the top one is Agatha Christie, Paul Rhodes, Westworld, E. Farah, Amplify, James Shea, Ice Sky, Stu Gray, Hallwithy, James Follis, and Lucky Queen, Darren Howells. So there'll be just one unlucky person in this field that doesn't pick up a pretty big pot of prize money, with just 6 of them in it then. And should still be an interesting race. They're all lined up quietly in the gate, and away they go, with Hallwithy just a little bit slow to go, but it's Lucky Queen who's going to be the early leader, it would seem, from Agatha Christie on the outside, and then Ice Sky and Westworld, Amplify, and they're pretty much in a line, those back 3, Ice Sky, Westworld and Amplify, but Lucky Queen is going to be the one that's going to take them along, and nothing else looks all that keen to go with her at the moment. So Lucky Queen then by about 3, as they take that first turn, with Hallwithy, who's now moved through into second, the inside of Agatha Christie trying to give Paul Rhodes a treble already today, with Westworld after that one, and then Amplify and Ice Sky just the back marker. So Lucky Queen it is then, by a good 3 lengths uncontested to Horworthy in second, and then Agatha Christie is third. West World is after that one, and then Amplify and Ice Sky is just the back marker. So Lucky Queen then, with Agatha Christie stalking in second. Then comes Horworthy and Amplify, West World and Ice Sky just the back marker. But they're coming down now past the 4 furlong pole, and the jockey on the leader just had a little look round to see where the challenges are coming from, and at the moment Amplify looks to be going best of all on the outside, as Agatha Christie just hit a bit of a flat spot there. West World is also trying to get going. Horworthy's still got the inside if she's got the pace to get through the gap, but now they're beginning to swoop on the leader, and Lucky Queen is now taken by Agatha Christie. Agatha Christie's gone for home at the 2.5 furlong pole. Agatha Christie's gone clear and has got the rail. There's a good, gone quickly 3 lengths clear. Lucky Queen's trying to stick with the Horworthy's got to run up the inside as she got the pace to keep second. Then comes Amplify. It looks like Agatha Christie might have shot away and got this one pretty much sewn up into the final furlong. Agatha Christie getting lonely in front, being chased by Amplify. The rest are nowhere, but it's Agatha Christie's going to take this, and this is going to be a very quick treble today for Paul Rhodes up towards the line. No murder mystery needs solving here. It's Agatha Christie that takes it. Amplify second, Horworthy third, Ice Sky 4, Lucky Queen 5, and West World the unlucky 6th place horse. So Agatha Christie for Paul Rhodes, and 3 winners already for him today. Amplify second, Horworthy third, Ice Sky 4th, and Lucky Queen was 5th. So Breeders' Cup fillies and mares this time then, and this one's over 1 mile and 3 furlong, not to be mixed up with a Breeders' Cup Distaff, which was only over 1 mile and 1. So top one, Chocolate Brownie, Joshua Sutherland, Mass Trouble, Stu Gray, the female, Colin Clark, Key Solution, James Shea, Princess Rules, Obi-Wan, Santa Andra, Darren Thompson, Almirola, Jamie Hopkins, Moisuru, Martin Keynes, On the Road, Leon van Rensburg, South Carolina, Paul Rhodes, and Hall of Fame, David Robertson. So pretty strong looking field for this one then. And they're all in, and away they go. And it's going to be the first to show this time. My Stewart was just the slowest away, but it looks like Princess Rules is going to be the first to show for the home trainer, and Princess Rules it is then that takes them along, from Key Solution in second, then Mass Trouble and South Carolina. South Carolina, of course, has got that record of winning when she leads and not winning when she doesn't, so Paul will be hoping she gets to the front sharpish. But Princess Rules at the moment has gone 3 clear, with Chocolate Brownie in second, then Hall of Fame Monsieur, who's made up that early deficit pretty quickly, but he's on the outside, and I'm sure we're looking to try and tack over to the inside as soon as possible. The back marker early on is just the female, but it's Princess Rules in the lead as they come past the stand, and obviously they've got a complete circuit to go. And they'll be racing down towards the clubhouse turn in a second, and Princess Rules is the leader. From On the Road and Santa Andra and Monsieur on the wide outside, with even wider of that one. I can't quite pick out which one that is, to be honest, at the moment. I think it might be Almirola. And it's Princess Rules that's in the lead. So Princess Rules is in the lead, clear by about 3, with the female who's now shot through from last to second pretty quickly. Santa Andra is next, then comes On the Road, and after that one is Key Solution and Mass Trouble, South Carolina, and Hall of Fame. Chocolate Brownie's now dropped back to the back, so the order's changing pretty quickly then, with the exception of the leader, Princess Rules, who's been clear and uncontested right from the outset. So Princess Rules then continues to show the way. They're inside the final 4 now. The female is second, Mass Trouble being pushed along in third, then On the Road and Santa Andra. South Carolina's got nowhere near the front so far today, then Monsieur, Key Solution, and then Chocolate Brownie, Hall of Fame, and finally Almirola. But Princess Rules being pushed along in front, 2.5 furlongs to race. The female also being scrubbed along in second, then On the Road, Mass Trouble is next. South Carolina's been switched to the outside. Santa Andrea's after that one. Chocolate Brownie's making some ground, so is Key Solution, but they're now past the furlong and a half marker, and Princess Rules is still in the lead from the female and On the Road. Princess Rules now about to be swamped by On the Road and the female. South Carolina's trying to get going, but it's far too late. It's Princess Rules being pressed on the outside by On the Road. On the Road just beginning to get up. On the Road it is then, up towards line On the Road, but Princess Rules fights back, and it's 1 for the home team. Princess Rules takes it, and that was a brave performance by Princess Rules, and the Breeders' Cup fillies and mares is staying at home, because that's a win for Obi-Wan, I think, serious, and a big price and a big run. Takes the race from On the Road, who tried to wear her down. South Carolina never got into it at all today. Princess Rules takes it for Obi-Wan. On the Road is second. South Carolina is third, the female is fourth, and Key Solution was fifth. So that's one for the home team. So the final Breeders' Cup race of the day then is another fillies and mares race. It's the sprint this time, 7 furlongs, only just a sprint, and the top one is Boudoir, Rod McClure, Mawson Festival, Derek Hinton, Adamawa, Martin Cairns, Dame Helen Mirren, Paul Rhodes, Gales Honey, David Robertson, Optical, Obi-Wan, Secret Token, Mayazad Mystery, Shadow of the Moon, Martin Leadham, Spag Bowl, Jules Hughes, Pebble, James Shea, Tiger Bite, Jamie Hopkins, and Port Twister, Darren Thompson. So dozen of them then starting right on the turn, and it's going to be awkward for some of them on the outside. Looks like poor old Obi-Wan might have got the worst of the draw, and away they go then. And straight into that first turn they go. And Shadow of the Moon and Dame Helen Mirren, two of the first to show, but Dame Helen Mirren on the outsiders now to surrender the lead to Port Twister. Pulling for his head is Adamawa, and swooping through there is Secret Token, but got nowhere to go. They sorted themselves out, they're already through the first furlong and a half, and Port Twister is in the lead from Adamawa in second. Then Dame Helen Mirren, Gales Honey's got a dream run through on the inside. Shadow of the Moon is next. Optical is still pretty wide. The one widest of all is Tiger Bite, and the grey on the inside is Mawson Festival. But Port Twister's 3 clear, passing the 4 furlong pole any second now. Then Port Twister is in the lead from Dame Helen Mirren. Then Shadow of the Moon and Gales Honey. Pebble is after that one, and Optical. Then Secret Token. Adamawa has just dropped back a little bit more. Some Festival's going to need some luck from the inside run, but it's Port Twister who's got the lead as they swing now towards the stretch, the home stretch, and it's Port Twister from Helen Mirren. These two are about a length and a half clear off Spag Bowl and Gales Honey. Adamawa and Secret Token. They're spread right across the track now, but Port Twister's got the inside. Anna's got first run, and he's 3 lengths clear of Dame Helen Mirren. Gales Honey's trying to run on the wide outside is Pebble. But it's Port Twister passing the furlong pole in the lead. Port Twister with Dame Helen Mirren trying to close. So is Gales Honey on the wide outside is Pebble, but it's still Port Twister beginning to tire into the final half furlong. But Port Twister's still in front. Doesn't look like they're going to catch her. And up towards the line, this is going to be Port Twister that takes it. Port Twister wins it. Dame Helen Mirren second. Gales Honey was third. Then Pebble was fourth. Mawson Festival ran on well to be fifth. And that's a win for Darren Thompson and Port Twister. Dame Helen Mirren is second, Gales Honey third, Pebble was fourth, and Mawson Festival was fifth.